Hi everyone, I'm Darren Pleasance. It's been a busy year at AOPA and in Washington. Our advocacy team has been hard at work for you on a number of fronts, from the finalization of MOSAIC to preventing the misuse of ADS-B, the ATC modernization efforts that are underway now, and so much more.
AOPA keeps flying safe, accessible, and fun by protecting your freedom to fly. We are the most trusted one-stop resource for all things related to general aviation. Join AOPA today. Thanks to Lightspeed for sponsoring this video. Click below to learn more about the Lightspeed Delta Zulu.
An issue we've worked on a lot is MOSAIC, which greatly expands sport pilot privileges and redefines what we think of as a light sport aircraft. Starting October 22nd, sports pilots will be able to fly a wide range of new aircraft because the max aircraft weight limit is going away. Instead, sport pilots will now be limited by the aircraft stall speed and even be able to fly a four-seat aircraft like a Cessna 172 and Piper Archer. They will still only be allowed to take one passenger. These new rules will make general aviation more accessible, lower training costs, and make operating expenses more manageable. On the aircraft side, the new light sport category is also changing. Next summer, the old weight limits will be gone and also move to a similar but different stall speed limit. This creates room for more innovation and new aircraft to come to market. AOPA was deeply involved in MOSAIC from day one. We advocated for the higher stall speed that ended up being in the new rules. We're proud of what it means for expanding access to GA. We're also leading the charge to protect your privacy and your wallet when it comes to the misuse of ADS-B. We all know this technology has been a game changer when it comes to safety. In fact, pilots spend more than $500 million to equip their aircraft with ADS-B out prior to the 2020 mandate. At that time, the FAA told AOPA that technology would only be used for safety and airspace efficiency. Fast forward 5 years and that isn't the case anymore. And in fact, some airports are using ADS-B to track pilots and charge fees. That's wrong. As a result, AOPA is strongly supporting the Pilot and Aircraft Privacy Act, PAPA. This bill would prohibit ADS-B data from being used outside of its original purpose, safety and efficiency. And we need your help. Would ask that you contact your members of Congress and urge them to support this important bill. We're also laser focused on the ATC modernization efforts underway now at the FAA. The entire aviation industry, from AOPA to the airlines and companies like Boeing and Airbus, have banded together in support of this effort with the creation of the Modern Skies Coalition. $12.5 billion has already been signed into law for this effort as a down payment, but the Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said it's going to require more than $30 billion to accomplish this in the end. Secretary Duffy has an aggressive timeline, wanting to complete the work in the next 3.5 years. And we're supporting these efforts every step of the way. It's important to point out, this time around we've all agreed privatization is not on the table. Back in 2017, the industry was split. Airlines and others wanted privatization. AOPA did not. So instead of fighting again, everyone is united in moving forward with modernizing our ATC system. We cannot fail and we will continue to be involved in getting this done. Improving pilot mental health took a big step forward this month. The House of Representatives unanimously passed the Mental Health in Aviation Act. The bill would require the FAA to modernize its medical certification process, expand approved treatment, invest in more aviation medical examiners, AMEs, all while funding education to reduce the stigma around mental health. AOPA both supported the bill and played a key role on the FAA's Mental Health Committee in developing 20+ recommendations to help address the processes for pilots and remove the stigma around mental health. The bill is now on its way to the Senate. As you can tell, there's a lot happening in general aviation, and we're continuing to fight for pilots across this country every day. AOPA is proud to be the voice of general aviation, your voice, in Washington, in state capitals, and in city halls nationwide. But we can't do all of this without your help, whether it's recommending your fellow pilots to become an AOPA member, or asking your elected representatives to stop the misuse of ADS-B, or getting involved in your local airport. We all play a part in protecting and promoting general aviation. And if you haven't done it before, I'd encourage you to check out our Airport Support Network. We're always looking for volunteers at airports across the country to help us keep general aviation strong.